Alright, so today we got a little bit of a different kind of video today. I'm really kind of just doing this for myself so I can track my progress on my Zenless account. So right now, currently, the main character I'm working on leveling is Grace. And as you can see for Grace,
I only handle technical matters.
As you can see for Grace, I have her max leveled and I have almost all her skills fully leveled, and I have no drives, but I do have her signature weapon. Her skills down here are pretty much where I need them to be. I just gotta finish up the last two of these. I don't actually remember what they're called. The core skills. There we go. I don't have the core skills almost leveled up, and I have no discs right now.
I only handle
After
technical matters.
Grace, I think my next goal will be to level up Bernice because I already have her maxed out and no skills have been worked on here either. I have her signature weapon. I actually just got her signature weapon this patch. Before I was using this Weeping Gemini. But now that I have her signature weapon, I feel like it'd probably be better to use that. And then after Bernice, obviously I'm going to work on Miyabi. I'm prioritizing Bernice over Miyabi because I have a team that I can, or like a quote-unquote proper team I can build Bernice around, whereas with Miyabi, her best teammate would be Yanagi, and I do not have Yanagi, unfortunately, so I'm kind of like going lesser than premium. But I mean, not to say that you need premium teams to make characters work, it's just in terms of like overall output, I can probably get more out of Bernice than I would Miyabi in this situation. So because of that, that's why I'm going to prioritize Bernice instead of Miyabi. Also, Bernice goes well with Miyabi as well, so if I level up one, I kind of just gotta level up the other. I mostly prioritize leveling the character and then the weapon before I actually start working on skills. I do skills kind of one at a time per character, so like I started off with Ellen, then I went to Jane, then I went to Zhuyuan, then I went to Harumasa, and now I'm on Grace. Or I probably did someone before Grace. Yeah, I think I did Astra before Grace, and then like a bunch of my 4 stars as well. But that's kind of like the setup I do, like during the off times, like when I can't do the weekly bosses to level up their skills. I level up the characters that I need to 60, then I level up their weapons. And then when I need the weekly boss drops, I do the skills from the training HI8s. That way, when I get the weekly boss things, I can just level them up right away. But I got a few questions now. So I decided to roll for Astra, and I have her now. And I leveled her up, and I leveled up her skills. I do not have her signature weapon, and I don't have any drives on her. I don't actually have any drives on most of my characters, simply because I feel like that's going to be the last thing I work on, simply because it takes so long and I don't really want to invest resources into them until I really have to. I have a few like on like my main damage dealers, but for Jane, my substats aren't exactly the best, so probably eventually I will go and redo them. Although I do actually have some pretty good ones on Zhuyuan. So I got crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, crit rate, crit rate, crit damage on a lot of the drives I have on her. So her drives are actually doing pretty good right now. I don't think I'm gonna go for like proper rerolls. I'm not exactly that invested or hardcore, but I do at least want decent substats and for sure the best main stat. But the discs, it just takes so long. I don't really want to invest so many resources into them right off the bat when I could just be leveling up characters and their skills and get the guaranteed stats, as opposed to having to just keep going and going in hope of getting the proper stats on the disc. But however, back to my question. So now that I have Astra, is she just like the best character to put with like any of like the DPS? I mean, obviously I'll need like another support if I want to do the Hollow Zero because you need like 2 teams, and it's good to have spares, especially like the battle tower in case anything happens. But for the most part, is Astra just like the go-to for like all of like the main DPS characters? Because like for example, in my Haramasa team, I was originally gonna put Rina on it. As you can see, I started to level her up a little bit, and I have her signature weapon as well. But then when I got Astra, it was kind of like, why would I put resources into leveling up Rina if I can just put Astra on my Haramasa team? Like, is that good? Is that better? Or is Rina actually like better? And does the fact that I have Rina's signature and not Astra's signature put Rina over? Like, is like basically what it is like, is it worth investing in Rina right now if I have Astra? Because I have enough to make 2 individual teams about every for other characters, but in terms of like so where I don't need Astra, like say for I want to run Ellen, I don't necessarily need Astra on Ellen team, but I would argue that for Harumasa, I do need Astra, just kind of because where he is right now, you know, no drives and also not his signature weapon as well. And then I would also argue that Astra's good with Zhiyuan because of ether damage and the fact that I also don't have her signature weapon. It helps give her a damage boost. But then again, I'm really just not sure since, like, are mono teams better than mix and matching? Like, does that actually have any effect into team building? Like, I really don't know that, so I'm asking you guys that. But other than that, since I got Astra, my team performance has actually gone up, so I am pretty convinced that she is really good. But I mean, it's also kind of like, you know, a double-edged sword, because even though like I am really happy that I got Astra and I don't regret it at all, I did kind of want to I didn't get a chance to ever use like Nicole in any of my teams because I was working on my Ellen team and my Jane Doe team, getting that up and running for so long. It took me a while to get to Zhiyuan, and then obviously the Zhiyuan team that I was running at the moment was Zhiyuan, Ambi, and Nicole. And then I was kind of excited to actually use Nicole, and then her skin came out, which I actually quite like. I actually really like this skin, as you can see, which is why I have it equipped. But then as soon as the skin comes out, Astriel comes out, and it's kind of like, well, what do? I see everyone talking about Astriel, saying that she's like really good and like really strong. Do I skip it so that way I just use Nicole, or do I get Astriel so my account gets stronger? I decided to get her, and now unfortunately I don't really have a use for Nicole, so it's a little bit of a downside. I can't use her with her new skin, but I do like using Astra. I am glad I got her. She does help a lot of like my characters that are kind of on the lower end in terms of power. Like, she helps Zhiyuan a lot, I feel, and then she also helps Harumasa. And of course, this is all just me and my experience. I could just be completely interpreting things wrong. You guys can let me know if I'm actually saying that, if Astra's really that much of a godsend. I did end up skipping Evelyn, which was kind of unfortunate, but I'm sure she'll get a rerun, and maybe I'll pick her up by then. Oh, I do actually have a few goals in mind that I want to set for myself. I'm not necessarily saying I want to accomplish them by next month, which is when I think I'm going to be releasing these types of videos, but just kind of for the future that I can kind of just cross them off as I go throughout my career playing this game. So for one, obviously, I want to finish leveling up Grace and Bernice's skills. Like, pretty much my main characters that I play, I want to finish up all their skills. I'm not going to go through and list all of them, but it'll be pretty apparent once I'm done with leveling them which characters that I use the most. I also would like to eventually get the proper discs on all the characters I use. I know that's going to take a long time, and I know I keep putting it off till the very end but eventually I will need to do that, and I will like to get the proper discs on all the characters that I have. And then another goal is to get the signature weapons on the characters that I use. So I want to get Astra's signature, I want to get Haramasa's signature, I want to get Jiyuan's signature as well. I do believe she's going to be rerunning soon at the time of this recording, so hopefully I'll be able to get her weapon. And also, I didn't mention this, I am mostly free to play, so a lot of it is going to come down by how many polychromes I can get. I want to spend as little money as possible. Majority of the things I do have on this account are done through free to play matters. I would like to keep that up. So that's why a lot of like my pulling goals are going to be through free to play means. So it's not really guaranteed that I'm going to get a lot of the characters that I want slash need and a lot of the weapons that I want slash need, simply because I am going free to play on this account. So again, my goal is to get signature weapons on my mostly played characters. That includes Jiyuan. Jiyuan will probably be the one to get it next because I do believe she's rerunning soon at the time of this recording. But if I were to have to pick a priority on what character I want their signature weapon, I would like it to be Astra's, just because of how much utility she provides. I would like her to be optimized just so that way I can really get the most out of her buffs. And then my next goal would be I want a premium team of Miyabi. So I'm not sure exactly what the premium team is. I'll have to do research, or maybe you guys can let me know. But I do want the best possible team for Miyabi. Simply because, I mean, you've pretty much seen all the videos and all the memes. Miyabi is probably like the strongest character out there right now. I do just want her to be really strong. I want to get the most out of her. If I have to pick a strongest character, I want it to be Miyabi. There's no guarantee that I'm going to use her all the time, simply because sometimes I want to use other characters, and plus I've invested in other characters. I want to use them, obviously, but having her extremely powered up, I think, is going to really help with a lot of the content in the game. And in case I just feel like I just want to breeze through stuff, I can just use Miyabi. I want her to be that character I use, and I just want to like get through content really quickly. And then another goal I have is I want to have a team for every element, including disorder. I'm already on my way to having a disorder team with Bernice. I have my electric team with Haramasa, ice team with Ellen, and Miyabi eventually, if you want to consider her an ice team. I have my ether team with Jiyuan, physical with Jane Doe. The only thing I'm really missing is a fire team, and it'll most likely be Soldier 11 unless another fire agent comes out that really catches my eye, simply because she's on the standard banner. I'll probably get her most likely. If not, if Evelyn reruns sooner than later, I think it would probably be a while for her to rerun because she just came out last patch. I'll probably get Evelyn unless a better fire character comes out, but right now those are my two options for my fire team. And I already have Kaleda. I don't have Lighter, but I do have Kaleda, so I can make a proper like mono fire team because I have Lucy as well. So then that's another one of my goals, is to have a team built around every element in the game, including disorder. And then of course Miyabi's team will just be my premium team built around her, so that way she's super strong. And then also I would like to get Lycan, so that way I can put him on my my Ellen team, so that way I can have a proper mono ice team. I know that seems really like version 1, but unless there's like any other better teams for Ellen, I feel like I still need Lycan for her. And then I already have Sokaku, so then that's kind of like the version 1 team, but still, I'm still running Ambi on as the stun for most of my teams. Eventually she will be replaced on my Ellen team. I'll probably keep her around for a bit longer on my GU1 team. I mean, she should be fine as long as I get her proper disc, but for Ellen, I would like Lycan on her team as well. So that's another goal. I would like to get Lycan, put him on my Ellen team. But yeah, that has been my progress report for this month. Again, I'm kind of just using this mostly for myself to be able to track my progress and just kind of see like how I'm progressing in the game. I do kind of wish I started this earlier, just when everything was like super low, because I actually think it'd be really fun to kind of look back and see like how far I've come. And obviously already I'm kind of
This is the path
pretty far into the game. I got a lot of max level characters, but they're not fully leveled. Again, it might be fun to see like what characters I end up getting, what teams I end up making, and if I ever level up any like the unused characters, just because, you know, I run out of things to do. But other than that, again, thank you for watching. If you guys got any tips or suggestions, please let me know them. I'm always looking for them so that way I can improve my account. Again, I'm mostly free to play, so a lot of the resources or the characters I have to build teams off of might be limited, so that's kind of why I need a little bit of help. I won't have premium like team building options just because of like how I'm playing the game. But again, if you have any suggestions based off of the resources I do have, I'm always looking to see them. And again, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much.